What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'll be taking a look at the starting lineup for the 2024 Bachelor Shops Night Race at Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Starting on the pole, we have the winner of Chicago Street Course from earlier this year, Alex Bowman, the 48 car for Hendrick Motorsports, and starting in second position on the outside of the front row, we have the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion and 2024 Brickyard 400 winner, Kyle Larson, the 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Starting in third position, we have the 2017 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion and 2024 Daytona 500 winner, William Byron, the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports, and starting in fourth position, we have the 2017 NASCAR Cup Series champion, Mark Truex Jr. in the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Starting in fifth position, we have the 2024 Southern 500 winner, Chase Briscoe, in the 14 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. And starting in sixth position, we have the 2024 Coca-Cola 600 winner and 2017 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion, Christopher Bell, in the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Starting in seventh position, we have Carson Osbar in the 77 car for Spire Motorsports. And starting in eighth position, we have three-time Daytona 500 winner, Denny Hamlin, in the 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Starting in ninth position, we have Corey LaJoie in the 7 car for Spire Motorsports. And starting in 10th position, we have the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion, Chase Elliott, in the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, who also was the 2014 Xfinity champion. Starting in 11th position, we have Bubba Wallace in the 23 car for 23XI Racing, who just signed a multi-year extension with 23XI. And starting in 12th position, we have Ross Chastain in the 1 car for Trackhouse Racing, still looking for his first win of 2024. Starting in 13th position, we have the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, Ty Gibbs, in the 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. And starting in 14th position, we have Ryan Preece in the 41 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. Starting in 15th position, we have two-time NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Tyler Reddick in the 45 car for 23XI Racing. And starting in 16th position, we have Noah Gragson in the 10 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. Starting in 17th position, we have the 2015 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, who in the most recent race at Watkins Glen, Chris Buescher in the 17 car for RFK Racing. And starting in 18th position, we have the 2021 Daytona 500 winner, Michael McDowell in the 34 car for Front Row Motorsports. Starting in 19th position, we have AJ Allmendinger in the 16 car for Kaulig Racing. And starting in 20th position, we have the two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and 2015 Daytona 500 winner, Joey Logano, in the 22 car for Team Penske. Starting in 21st position, we have the 2021 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, Daniel Hemrick, in the 31 car for Kaulig Racing. And starting in 22nd position, we have the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series champion, Ryan Blaney, in the 12th car for Team Penske. Starting in 23rd position, we have the 2012 NASCAR Cup Series champion and 2010 Xfinity Series champion, Brad Keselowski, in the 6th car for RFK Racing. And starting in 24th position, we have Todd Gillen in a 38 car for Front Row Motorsports. Starting in 25th position, we have Josh Berry in the 4 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. And starting in 26th position, we have Justin Haley in the 51 car for Ricker Racing, who will move over to Spire Motorsports starting next week at Kansas Speedway in the 7. Starting in 27th position, we have the 2020 NASCAR Xfinity champion and 2022 Daytona 500 winner, Austin Cindric, in the 2 car for Team Penske. And starting in 28th position, we have John Hunter Nemechek in the 42 car for Legacy Motor Club. Starting in 29th position, we have the two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, Kyle Busch, in the 8 car for Rich Schultz Racing, who is still looking for his first win of 2024, going to a great track. And starting in 30th position, we have the winner of Richmond for earlier this year. We have Xfinity and Truck champion, also 2018 Daytona 500 winner, Austin Dillon, in the 3 car for Richard Childress Racing. Starting in 31st position, we have two-time NASCAR Xfinity Series champion and 2023 Daytona 500 winner, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47 car for JTG Daugherty. And starting in 32nd position, we have the 2015 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion and two-time Southern 500 winner, Eric Jones, in a 43 car for Legacy Motor Club. Starting in 33rd position, we have the 2022 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion, Zane Smith, in the 71 car for Spire Motorsports. And starting in 34th position, we have the winner of Daytona a couple weeks ago, Harrison Burr, in the 21 car for the Wood Brothers. Starting in 35th position, we have the 2016 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion and winner of the Atlanta race from earlier this year, Daniel Suarez, in the 99 car for Trackhouse Racing. And starting in 36th position, we have Kaz Grala in the 15 car for Ricker Racing. And starting in 37th in last place, we have Josh Bilicki in the 66 car for NBM Motorsports, who will have Arby's as a sponsor. So, that is the official starting lineup for the 2024 Bachelor Shops Night Race at Bristol Motor Speedway. What are the big things to keep an eye on for tonight's race? Number one, there is not a lot of tire wear. We all remember the spring race where there's a huge amount of tire wear. You had guys losing tires every second. It seemed like they could only go about 30 to 40 laps. During practice yesterday, they were losing 3 to 4 10-second to fall off over a 40 to 50 lap run. So there probably won't be much tire fall off during the race. It's probably going to be a normal race that we see in a Bristol Motor Speedway. So it's not going to be that crazy tire race that we saw earlier this year. The other big thing, the Hendrick cars and the Gibbs cars look the best. Hendrick has 4 cars inside the top 10 on the front row. Obviously, Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson starting first, second, while William Byron is starting in third. And Gibbs has a lot of cars up there. Mark Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, and Christopher Bell and Ty Gibbs is not too far back as well. Those guys most likely are going to be up front contending for the win at some point in this race. I look for guys in the back like Ryan Blaney, who had really good long run speed, to drive up to the front. Guys, of course, like I said, like Ty Gibbs and Brad Keselowski, who've been good at Bristol in the past. I do expect those guys to traverse their way up to the front and move a little bit closer to the field. But I do think track position is going to be key. You are going to have to start up front if you're going to have a chance to win this race. I think it's going to be super difficult to pass. I think there's going to be a lot of long green flag runs, unlike the spring. I also do think this race could be under 3 hours. I do think it's going to be a very fast and pretty short race for Bristol standards, especially because I do think there will be some cautions throughout the event. Don't worry about that. But I do think that there will also be some of that tension, and I do also think we might see some tempers throughout the event, but I do expect there to be a lack of cautions, because like I said, with Bristol in the next-gen era, the racing has not been as good at Bristol, so I do hope we do get some fantastic and great racing, but I'm not expecting the racing to be amazing, and I do think we could have some issues where it might not be the best racing we've seen ever at Bristol Motor Speedway. Going to be very intriguing to see how everything plays out. Hopefully it can be an exciting race and we see one of the best Bristol races in a long time. But if not, it is what it is. We'll decide who also goes to the round of 12. They decide that later this evening. And it'll be very fun to see who gets into the round of 12 and who gets eliminated in the first round of the playoffs after tonight's race at Bristol Motor Speedway. So, that is going to be it for the starting lineup video for the 2024 Bass Pro Shops Night Race at Bristol Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support on Patreon as well. Links description below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. Who's your pick to win the Bass Pro Shops Night Race at Bristol later this evening? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later tonight on the channel, the NASCAR Cup Series race view from Bristol Motor Speedway. And then tomorrow on the channel, you'll be seeing the 2025 NASCAR Silly Season predictions in the morning. Then on Monday, we're going to have not just one, but 2 NASCAR news videos dropping on the channel. It is a lot of NASCAR news that we will be catching up on from the last 4 or 5 days. We got a lot of great content dropping this week. Also, Xfinity Silly Season, Xfinity playoff predictions are going to be dropping for Xfinity starting on Tuesday. Got a lot of great content dropping that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Also got some great content on drivers like Haley D and SVG, Carlos Kurt Busch dropping soon. So I'll see you guys there for all that great content. Take care, everybody.